Okay, who am I and why am I teaching this course? My name is Zack Perl and I've been a professional photographer and videographer for over 15 years now. And I want to be upfront about something. I didn't go to school for any of this. I didn't assist another photographer for years. I didn't come up through some traditional path. I'm completely self-taught. Everything I know, I learned by doing the work. By showing up and shooting, making mistakes, figuring out what went wrong, and getting it better the next time. 1,000 times over. For the first chunk of my career, I shot everything, and I mean everything. Headshots, real estate, music videos, celebrity photography, and more. If someone needed a camera pointed at something, I was there. And I loved it. Every week was a different creative challenge, a different subject, a different environment. But here's the one thing I didn't realize at the time. Being good at a lot of things and being great at one thing are completely different. I was spread across so many genres that I never truly mastered any of them. I was a generalist making a living, but I wasn't a specialist building a reputation. And in this industry, reputation is everything. Then everything changed. My best friend started a whiskey company and they came up with the idea I would travel to their accounts across the country, photograph and film their product in each venue. And while I was there, I'd capture the full menu, the food, the cocktails, the space, the people, everything. It was a content tour basically, going from bar to restaurant to lounge to hotel, shooting our whiskey in context alongside with whatever we were offering. And that's where I found it. That's where everything clicked. I wasn't just shooting one restaurant, I was shooting hundreds. Different cities, different styles, different cuisines, different cocktail programs, different lighting environments. One week I'm in a dimly lit speakeasy in New York with exposed brick and candlelight. The next week I'm in a bright open air restaurant in Miami with natural light flooding through floor to ceiling windows. Then I'm in a dive bar in Boston, then a sports bar in Chicago, then a cocktail lounge in Austin with neon signs and zero natural light. Every single venue was a new puzzle. Different challenges, different solutions, different creative opportunities. And I was solving those puzzles hundreds of times over. How do you make a dark spirit look incredible in a room with almost no light? How do you capture a 50-item menu in 1 hour without sacrificing quality? How do you direct a bartender who's never been on camera and make them look natural? How do you set up lighting when a restaurant is open and service is about to start? I wasn't learning from a textbook, I was learning live on location, under pressure, with real clients expecting real results. By the time I had done that 100 times, I'd realized I'd accidentally become an expert in something very specific: hospitality content. I knew how to walk into any restaurant, any size, any style, any budget, and create a library of professional content in a single session. Fast, efficient, high quality every time. I developed my own lighting style, my own workflow, my own way of communicating with the kitchen staff and bar teams, my own editing process that led me to deliver polished work on a timeline that most photographers can't touch. And that's why my clients hire me today. It's not just one thing, it's the combination. They hire me for the lighting. I've developed a signature approach to lighting food and cocktails that makes everything look the way it actually tastes. Warm, dimensional, alive. It's not flat catalog lighting, it's not overproduced studio lighting. It's lighting that feels like you're sitting at the best seat in the house and everything in front of you looks incredible. That style didn't come from a class. It came from shooting in 1,000 different lighting environments and figuring out how to make every single one work. They hire me for the speed. I shoot fast, I deliver fast. In an industry, nobody has time for a photographer who needs 2 days on site and 2 weeks to deliver. Restaurants move fast, menus change, seasonal cocktails rotate, and grand openings happen on a deadline. I built my entire workflow around being able to walk in, set up, shoot a full menu, and deliver edited, ready-to-use content on a turnaround that makes marketing team and owners look at me like I'm crazy. But that's the standard I hold myself to, because in hospitality, speed isn't a bonus, it's a requirement. They hire me for how I work with the people on set: chefs, bartenders, servers, owners, marketing managers. I've worked with every single position in the hospitality space. And the thing that I've learned is the best content doesn't come from throwing orders at people. It comes from making everyone on set feel comfortable, feel respected, and feel like they're part of the creative process. A bartender who trusts you will give you a better pour. A chef who understands what you're going for will plate with more intention. An owner who feels involved will give you more access and more time. Communication is a skill, and I've spent 15 years refining it. That's not something most photography courses teach, and it's half the reason my clients keep calling me back. They hire me because they know what they're going to get. Consistency. Every shoot, every venue, every time, the quality doesn't fluctuate based on the environment or the budget or the difficulty of the space. I've shot over 1,000 restaurants and bars and I've seen every possible scenario. Nothing surprises me on set anymore. And that confidence translates directly into the work. So why am I teaching this? Because everything I just described, the lighting, the speed, the communication, the workflow, the ability to walk into any venue and create content that drives business, all of it's learnable. None of it is magic. It's technique, it's practice, and it's understanding the principles behind why certain things work. I've spent 15 years figuring this out through trial and error because nobody was teaching it. There was no course for hospitality-specific content. You could learn food photography in a studio setting, but that's not how the industry works. You're on location, you're walking around a live kitchen, you're navigating a space that wasn't designed for a photo shoot. That's a different skill set entirely. This course is everything I wish existed when I started. Every technique I've developed, every shortcut I've discovered, every hard lesson I've learned, distilled into a system that you can learn in a fraction of the time it took me. I'm not holding anything back. If it works, it's in here. If I use it on set, I'm teaching it to you. That's who I am, that's why I built this, so let's get to work.